Do you love being married? With over many years of marriage to your spouse, most brides learn marriage is a wondrous blend of euphoria and distress. You battle through the difficulties of raising youngsters, fighting malignancy, losing friends and family, surviving a cutback, experiencing a migration that didn't work, and various different good and bad times. Those are the times when you hold tight to the dedication you make before God, companions, and family during your wedding. Although none of the couples have an impeccable marriage in light of the fact that everyone has same flaws as an individuals, be that as it may, if given the open door, will you marry the same guy that you are currently married to? There are such a large number of reasons why most brides love this brilliant, God-given endowment of marriage. From the senselessness to the wonderful to the profoundly outworthy. Here are 5 that may offer you some assistance with celebrating being hitched to your mate. Selective membership. There is a Woody Allen flick from the 70s titled Annie Hall, in which performing artist Diane Keaton plays Annie, the sweetly odd, silly sweetheart of Allen's geek Alvy Singer. 2 comparative film scenes say a lot about social science, starting with Annie and Alvy go on a shoreline getaway and choose to cook a live lobster. Allen goes into his hyper shtick as they endeavor to hurl the lobster into bubbling water, and Annie joins right in. The compatibility between the two is self-evident. Quick forward a few scenes later, Annie and Alvy have a split up, and Alvy's taken his new date to the shoreline house. At the end of the day, Alvy goes into comic overdrive about heating up a lobster, while his date gazes at him as though he is some outsider. She simply doesn't follow him. These scenes from Annie Hall show the significance of discovering somebody who gets you, eccentricities, whatnot. Furthermore, that is an extraordinary aspect regarding marriage. You appreciate the benefits of a club in which you and your life partner are the primary individuals. All things considered, no other person comprehends what it is like, stressing over, crying over, and giggling with you than your husband, and the other way around. Twofold your pleasures. Keeping in mind that old double mint biting gum advertisements with the motto, twofold your pleasure, twofold your good times. You have taken your life partner's interests and leisure activities which can help extend your interests and twofold your good and joyous times. What intrigues or interest do you bring into your marriage? For example, you both could go and start pursuing a common interest such as photography or scuba diving. In case you both don't click there, or it seems boring, you can try and go for some other mutual hobby. What I mean is that you do not have to just stop. You ought to try different things together before you two would finally feel content and happy. And trust me, there ought to be something that will click. The power of 2. Your attributes have upsides and downbacks. Be that as it may, it is the time when you learn to balance each other. There might be something that you do not know and your other companion is excellent at, or vice versa. It is a sort of feeling that you both complement each other. Exclusively, you may not be flawed individuals, yet together you include a really decent pair. Whether it's going to the church or keeping an eye on children, that bears witness to the miracle of God's outline for marriage. To take 2 battling individuals brings them into personal group and change them into a unit with a possibility to finish far beyond they would ever have the capacity to do alone. A shoulder to lean on. Life may have various methods of wounding you. Be that as it may, that is the reason it is so recuperating to begin and end every day in one another's arms. At the point where circumstances drag you down, strip you of fearlessness, and heap on the anxiety, it's great to know that you have one another on which to incline. There is extraordinary solace in realizing that in marriage you don't need to face hardships alone. We are not the perfect persons for one another, just the Holy Spirit can be. In any case, you should adore the closeness of discovering and offering solace to the person who cherishes you and wants you. Higher goals marriage. Marriage for marriage's purpose is self-serving. However, for devotees, marriage has a higher reason, a bigger mission in life than a progression of acquisition or achievements, or an endeavor to end forlornness. It's to mirror Christ's association with his congregation to a watching world. The considerable thing about marriage is that, notwithstanding amid those extreme snippets of life together, it shows you steadiness, responsibility, and dedication.